Good morning. Oh my goodness, I was a little bit late and I do apologize for that. And that's just because of my setup for StreamYard. So, good morning. It's Monday and welcome to Stampin' with Diane. I'm Diane Evans and I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So, if you're joining me on my YouTube, welcome. Make sure that you do subscribe. Also, another thing is make sure that you share the video. It's really does help all of us that are in business for ourselves that you do share the video. So if you are joining me, make sure that you do say hello and tell me where you're from. So can you believe it? 4 days left of celebration. Basically, I can't believe where that 2 weeks went. I mean, that 2 months went. Um, and you know what? I still haven't played with two of my celebration things. So I better get with it, right? Anyway, so today what we're going to do is we're going to play with It Feels Like Home. Also, remember you have 4 days to basically join. And let me just jot down here now. This is in Canadian. This is not in American, and I apologize, Judy, for that, but you could share that with your group as well. But if you do join during the month of celebration, you basically not only get $165 worth of stuff for $135, but you also get to pick one of these bundles from the J2D mini catalog. So it's a really good time to join the community. I know with my community, there's so many different things that are going on. And I also, the community of Stampin' Up itself is amazing. So don't forget about this. You have up until Thursday to sign up for that. And you have until Thursday get those last minute things that you want from the celebration bundle. Also, I am giving away for anybody that put in an order with me over the month of September, I'm giving away another one of these free stamp sets. And I'm sorry about that, Judy. I should have talked to you about that before. But in any event, there are some things that have gone where they're gone. The Bedazzle paper is gone. You can't get that one anymore. And also the other one that is gone is the sheep dies. But we kind of knew that those ones were going to probably go. The other one that hasn't gone is this one. And that was like while quantities last. So in any event, don't forget you have 4 days left. Now, another thing with the celebration is that, you it's such a great way of getting started. Next month is the beginning of the Stampin' Up New Year for us, all of us that are demonstrators. So we're starting anew. Anyways, this is the Feels Like Home. Now, really, I don't know why I haven't played with this set. There's quite a glare on that, and I'm sorry for that. But it has a lot of detail. I was playing with it this morning. I think you could just stamp this stamp and just have it plain. You don't even have to color with this stamp. You can paper piece with it. And it's funny because I did go this morning and I was playing around with paper piecing. And I went and I grabbed my Tasteful wood designer series paper, and it looks really nice to actually paper piece with the wood door and that sort of stuff as well. I played with the Stampin' Blends with that. And another thing that I've actually played with is I've played with the blender pens. So I'm actually we're going to do this today with the blender pens. All right, so I'll bring in my stuff. And I've done a few things, so I might have to go and explain how they get done because I've done it ahead of time. So I love the red door idea with this particular stamp set. And I have to honestly say, it's so funny because we were talking about red doors with my neighbors, and they have actually gone and painted their house, their front door red as well. But growing up, we were the house on Fraser Street that had the red door. So it was always, I always had a red door. So I'm going to use Stays On because I'm using my ink pads and I'm using the blender pen. When you're using any kind of a water base, you want to make sure that you have that kind of a base. Like you wouldn't use Memento. You use Memento when you go ahead and you use your when you're using your blends. So I'm just going to go in. I'm going to get this stamped up. And of course, anybody that knows me knows that I just love the smell of Stays-On. So I'm just going to ink this up. Now, this does need a special cleaner to clean it. And hopefully that's not too gaudy. In any event, with this, and I better get that stamped really quickly, I am using shimmery white. And the reason being is when you're using a blender pen, you want to be able to use a better paper that will help, won't pill as much as what does with the basic white. So let me see if I can get this centered. And the other thing that you do with Stays-On is you leave this on your paper and let the paper absorb the Stays-On. Stays-On, like I say, it's a solvent ink. Geez, and I sure hope I've got that good and inked. Yep, not too bad. And of course, I would want to go and clean that right away. So I've also gone ahead and I've cut this out with my stitched rectangle dies. This one I think was the third largest one. And then I just went and I did with smoky slate. I went and I just cut a 1/4 inch banner around it. Then I also have a piece of Poppy Parade because we're going to have a red door. So we want to draw that part in. And then we also have this. Now, this is the brick and mortar. Now, what I've done with this brick and mortar is that I've gone over my embossing folder and I've gone over the side that has the Stampin' Up on it. So on this particular side, and I have brayered on smoky slate on here, and then I've run it through. And that's what gives me this modelly, really old brick look. So that's going to go on like that. And then this piece is going to go on the inside. And I thought I should also go ahead and I should stamp. So on this particular stamp, it has the cutest tulip pot of tulips. So I'm actually going to go and also stamp that. And I'm using the Stays-On as well. So I'm just going to stamp that down in this corner down here. All right, there we go. All right, and this dries a lot quicker than, say, your Memento does as well. But I do want to get that off my table because I know what it's like. So that's going to go to the inside. So you know what I'm thinking? Should I really color all of this or should I just go in and color the door? So let's see how it first looks out. Now, originally, I wasn't sure which red to use. I tried all the reds. I tried the cherry cobbler. I tried the real red, but I found the Poppy Parade was one of the better ones. Now, another thing that I'm doing is I am actually using the Poppy Parade, but turn it over. We used to with our old stamp sets, or stamp pads, we used to do it like that. But if you turn it over and squeeze from the bottom side, this is how you're going to get the red on the inside. So I'm coming in with my blender pen, and these come in packs of 3. And then I'm just going to pick up some of this color. Just make sure that I am within the frame. And I'm going to, first of all, just go over and get like a wash on it to make sure. And then I can go in and color it darker. And of course, we have our window here. Yeah, and you know, it's funny because I have to tell you, I went by our old house and my mom hadn't lived there for, I guess it's almost up to 15 years. And they still have a red door, which shocks the living daylights out of me, but it's a nice red door. And I guess that's the trend. So, like I say, I'm picking this up. We're doing our shading. It's like a watercolor. I am fairly lucky with when it's shimmery. that it doesn't pill as much, but you still have to be fairly careful, and you don't want to press too hard with it. I wanted this door to be really red. So I might even have to go in, because this is looking quite orangey. I might have to go and add real red on top. That might be the way that I'm going to have to do this. That might be the way, because this is not coloring as dark as I was hoping that it would dark color. But let's go in and see how much we can get in there. Oh, it's coming now. So, like I say, I hadn't used this set, and I had all intentions of using this one. This was one of the first ones that I really, really liked out of the whole catalog. So this is starting to get a little saturated, the paper, so I don't want to. Here we go. Just let me get a little bit more on there, and might just leave that alone. Now, in order to get the color off the blender pen, all you're going to do is just rub it off on a piece of paper. I don't use paper towel, because you'll find that the moisture from and the liquid that's inside the blender pens gets soaked up into the paper towel. Now, I have some smoky slate, and I kind of want to I want to bring those gray bricks in. So I'm just doing just a very, very light. Like I say, I'm not going to use a lot of color on this particular one. I think it's so pretty without it. And you know what? I'm going to try the real red. I'm just not happy that that's enough red on my door. And it's kind of a yellowy, well, mind you, so is Poppy Parade, is a yellowy red. So let's see how this is going to look. There, that's might work a little bit better. Like I say, this is quite, to be careful. Now this would all, whoops, oh shoot, I didn't want that there. What am I going to do to get that off of there? There, that's going to be okay. Really wish that wasn't there, and I don't think my eraser is going to take that off. I'm almost positive it won't. It is a handmade, so let me, I'll see what I can do with that. So like I say, I don't think, oh, I know one other thing that I wanted to draw in the red is the bicycle seat. I probably should have used red on all of it. I'm going to keep going in, and I'm going to get too much red and too much saturation. You know, it didn't go through, so we're okay still. Okay. So let's see how that's going to look on the card. Is that going to be enough, or do I need to actually color? I really wish that was redder, and I'm not sure how I can get that even redder. All right. Now, I could go and color the others. Let's see. You know, I'm going to try something else. I'm going to go and I'm going to take my smoky slate marker, and I'm just going to do some blotches on it, because that just might take away. Yeah, that'll work. The things that I'm doing as I'm going along, right? That's going to give the look I want. I wanted this to be kind of rustic looking, was my thought process with this particular card. So this was going to go like this. So in order to make it rustic looking, I'm also going to go in and I am going to just rough up these edges just a bit with my scissors. This used to be called distressing. Well, it still probably is, right? So go there, and let's go ahead and rough these pieces up as well. And let's see, and we're going to have to do the same with the red as well. We used to sell distressing tools, and like I say, I just want this a little bit roughed up a bit. And a little bit here as well. Oh, good. I'm glad. All right. So let's see. You know, we need just a little bit more of something on there. So might be overdoing this. I don't know. I'm going to, let's see how this is going to work. If I just bring up a tiny bit sponging on here. So that was something else that we used to do quite a bit. Like I say, I want this to be rustic looking. Kind of reminding me with the cobblestones behind, or the brick behind there, kind of reminding me a bit of, this could even look like down in old Montreal, really, now that I think of it, down by the port. And of course they all ride bicycles there. There. All right, so we've got that roughed up. We've got that roughed up. This is going to go on here. So you know what? I think I'll pop that up. We'll see how that looks being popped up. Like I say, can you believe it? 4 days left of celebration. Okay, let's pop this up here. And this can go on there. So I'm actually going to layer that right on there with the glue. I primed this earlier and you'd never know I primed it. There we go. I find when it gets down to the end of it, it's a little harder to get out. All right, so we're going to put that in there. And we can then put it, and you know, we might as well scruff this up too. We can do this one a little bit more. This used to be my style years ago. We can even get this going like that too, right? Now that I've started, I might as well keep on going with it. Now, I'm thinking that I'm not going to need, let's see, this will go on here like so. And then what I want to do is I also want to use this card as a welcome card. It's really hard with the Stampin' Up! To find welcome ones, but this welcoming window has this beautiful welcome. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use that. And I've got my welcome stamp here. I'm just going to go ahead, stamp that there. And hopefully, let's see, and I'm going to put that down there. So let's just cut that for now. And let's layer this on and see how this works. I think I'm going to put this on with dimensionals as well. Kingston, Ontario. Were you from Kingston? Well, it reminds me no, London, Ontario has red brick on it. But I don't know. I've never been to Kingston, so, but people that know me know that I like brick because my house has lots of brick on it. So, all right, so this will go right on there. Now, let's see. This welcome is here. So, you know what? I don't know if this, let me just see if I can cut this straight. Now I'm going to be cutting this and trimming this, so it probably should have just, there we go. I think we'll chevron it this way. Not chevron it, I'm just going to do it like that. I'm going to put that on with some dimensionals, but I'm going to take my dimensional string here and put it along the bottom. I think that'll work. Yeah, and then I'll glue the top part. Ah, oh, nice. Very nice, Peggy. Born and raised a BC girl. There we go. Now this can go right onto there, and I think I'm going to have to glue that. And I don't know. I'm not thinking that we're going to need embellishments on here. What are you thinking? This would be a really good welcome card. Welcome to, well, it could be welcome to almost anything. And let's just go put that in there. And I'm thinking, I'm not going to color too much with it, but I think what I might do with this particular pot is just go in with my Cajun and just color like a Cajun pot there. There we go. And I'll just put that on the inside. You know, just in the black and white is just fine. You bet. It looks really good. However, I did want to bring out the red from the back of the card, was the purpose of that. Oh, yes. Be great for a welcome card for sure. Whoops. Oops. Handmade card, right? So do you think embellishments on there or what? Just turn this up. You could also paper piece this red door so you could stamp and put, that's what would work better. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm going to quickly do that while we're here. I'm going to take my stamp and I am, where did my stamp go to? I just had that stamp right here. Now that's just plain crazy, right? But you could paper piece And you know what? That might even be the best way to go. Oh my goodness, I can't find my stamp set, my stamp. Or did I put it already away? Nope. No, that just can't happen because I don't have that much room on here. But I think a paper piece door would look perfect on there. Other than, oh, there's my piece. So let's just go and let's see. Whoops. Watch this. I just don't like the way that that turned out. Watch this. So at that point, there's the door I could do. It doesn't show up as much. It would have been better probably with the stays on. So that's something that I might do. Oh, could put a brass. There is actually a brass knocker right here on this particular stamp. Don't know how that would look, but let's take a boo. And they're kind of odd shaped, so that might work. Okay, let me grab this. See how they're odd shaped, right? And that's how this looks right there. And let me just go ahead and put this on there. It's all good. Right? Let's go ahead and put the door on there. There we go. Anyways, there's that. That is the welcoming home. Or I could have left it blank. Don't forget there's other cards. This one was done with the peaceful paper. That was paper pieced, and this is also the peaceful place, I believe it is. I had shown this the other day with the penguin paper. It was kind of fun. And of course you have your shadow one here with this die here. So this one, the summer shadow die, cut that out. And then some more of the penguin paper. This was a cute card that we did during an online class. So there's that one. Then there was the sheep one, which I did the shaker card for. And of course, we can't get the bedazzle paper anymore, but we can get the beautifully penned. And that was this paper here. And then I also used it for Valentine's. There's another summer shadow. So yeah, lots of really nice things for the celebration, that's for sure. So I hope you like that. You know, you're probably right. It's too whatever there. So I could have, well, now that we're doing it, I might as well just do it, right? So I'll come in and I will use this on the windows. Oh, of course, we got to just do this, right? Another paper piercing. There we go. Gotta let that dry. And then, of course, what would really be best in this is so that you kind of have a color behind the window. So let's do that. And then let's just quickly go in with the pool party. Nice. Yeah, it's such a pretty set, that's for sure. It's takes more time to play with, but like I say, people would really enjoy this. So especially it'd be really nice, like you say, as a there we go. Better, right? There we go. I'll just put that on there. Thanks. Alicia, thank you so much. When you're sitting here and you're kind of under the gun, you don't see those sort of things. There we go. There. Fun card. I love paper piecing. I think it's a really neat way to go. Anyways, you guys, 4 more days. Don't forget to, I'll just put my, just in case, I'll just put my host code there. But anyways, I hope that you enjoyed that. Don't forget to share the videos. Don't forget to make comments. Share with people. Like you might have a friend that really likes this stamp set, and they don't know what to do with it. This just gives them a tiny bit of a different idea. So have a great day, and don't forget, Judy will be back tomorrow about the same time. Also, tomorrow night is the online class. And what happens? What's on Wednesday? Oh, it's my mystery, and it's my new mystery on Wednesday at 3 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time for the Pacific time. Anyways, have a great day. Bye for now.